It is 2024. It is that time of year that every family starts making their New Year's resolutions, setting goals for what they hope to achieve throughout the upcoming year, throughout 2024. So today I thought that I would talk to you about some helpful financial resolutions that you can make to hopefully help improve your financial life in the upcoming year. My name is Spencer Ford, CEO and Wealth Advisor of Conservative Financial Solutions, as well as a certified financial planner professional. So let's get into today's video. All right, so we're talking about New Year's resolutions. More specifically, we're talking about financial New Year's resolutions that you can make. I have 10 of them for you. They're in no particular order, and we'll start with number one, and that is to increase your 401k savings by 1%. So on a lot of 401k plans, you actually have the option to enroll in a program that increases your contribution amount by 1% each year. And getting something set up automatic like that is a great thing where you don't have to think about it. It happens automatically. Obviously, it comes down to your budget as well. Can you afford to put more money into your 401k? But man, just incrementally increasing by 1% each year, setting that up at the beginning of the year to happen automatically is a great financial strategy. Number two is I would look at switching your contributions from pre-tax to after-tax. Again, there's a tax consequence if you do that because now you're no longer deferring the tax, you're paying the tax as it goes in. But the beauty of the Roth 401k option, if it's available to you, is that that money is going to grow tax-free. And 88% of employers have a Roth 401k option, yet only 28% of employees are actually participating in that Roth option, mainly because they just don't know about it. So again, New Year's resolution, check with your 401k provider. Is there a Roth 401k option? Is there that after-tax savings option of a Roth 401k? If there is, I would highly encourage you to look into and consider changing your contributions to that. Number three is to increase your IRA contribution. In 2024, the limit is increasing from $6,500 to $7,000. And if you're over the age of 50, you can actually contribute an extra $1,000. So your contribution limit went from $7,500 to $8,000. And just as a little quick tip, contributions can still be made for 2023. So you have until the tax filing deadline or whenever you file your taxes to make your IRA contributions for the previous year. So if you haven't been able to fully fund your Roth IRA for the year, or you still want to try and get a little bit of money in that Roth IRA for 2023, you still have the ability to do that. Number four is to review your subscriptions. They tend to pile up. So look at your credit card statements, look at your bank statements and see what are those reoccurring expenses that I have coming out of there. Really, I bought something online not too long ago, and all of a sudden I was just trying to buy this one thing, and all of a sudden I started getting these packages to my house monthly, and I'm like, why am I getting these packages? And unbeknownst to me, when I bought that product, I had inadvertently signed up for a subscription refill type of thing that I had to then go in and cancel. So it's weird because in the world that we're in today, we can subscribe for things we don't even realize we're subscribing for, or maybe you had a subscription that you don't utilize anymore, but it's just been an ongoing thing. So look at your credit card statements, look at your bank statements, look at those reoccurring expenses and really decide, hey, is that something I'm still utilizing, or is it something that I can get out of my budget? Number five is your legal documents. If you don't have your legal documents in order, if you don't have a will, a living will, a durable power of attorney, a durable power of attorney for healthcare, you should really, number one, at least review the documents. If you do have them, make sure they're still applicable. If they're over 5 years old, reinstate them, make sure they say what you still want them to say. We've talked about this in the past that, hey, if you go to a bank with a power of attorney that's 13 years old, they're gonna look at you and say, hey, we can't take this because we don't know if that person still has those same wishes that they made 13 years ago. So if you need to, look at reinstating your legal documents or look at redoing them, or if you don't have them, make it a priority for 2024 that you're going to get those legal documents in order. So that way your assets are being divided the way that you want them divided. That way your care is being handled the way that you want it to be handled. Your finances are being handled the way that you want them to be handled, rather than having to depend upon the state to make those decisions for you. Number 6, and this might be a little controversial, but look at your credit cards and look at the rewards they're providing for you. Hopefully you're someone who's paying off the credit card each month. If you're not paying off the credit card each month, if you're carrying credit card debt, then certainly a good resolution would be to get that credit card debt paid down or paid off in 2024. But recently I just switched from a card that had 1% cash back to 1.5% cash back. It was a really easy switch. And if I charge $10,000 on that card in a given year, that's an extra 50 bucks. And if I was walking down the street and I saw a $50 bill laying there, you definitely believe that I would pick that up. So really just looking at the different incentives that are out there on credit cards, especially at the beginning of the year as companies set their budget goals for the year, their financial goals for the year. There's some different incentives come out. I don't want you racking up credit card debt, but if you're using that credit card responsibly, why not get the benefits that they're offering for you? Because a lot of times those benefits can be in the thousands of dollars. Number 7 is to shop your insurance. When's the last time you shopped your automobile insurance, your homeowner's insurance, different types of insurance like that, your umbrella policy? Different companies have different renewal rates, and a lot of times just by switching from one company to the other, you can get the same exact coverage, but actually get that coverage at a better price. So again, something to look at. Number 8 is to start a 529 plan. Now this may or may not make sense for you, but in many states, they offer a state tax deduction or state credit for contributing to a 529 plan. In Ohio, it's a state tax deduction. In Indiana, it's a state credit. And if you're in different states, there may be options for you there as well. The biggest thing that comes up with this is if you are planning on a child or grandchild going to higher education, or they're going to a private school and you're paying for that, or you want to help out with that, use a 529 plan so you can at least get the state tax deduction for it. And even if you're paying out of pocket, use the 529 plan as a conduit to make those payments. That way you can still get the tax deduction. Number 9 is to seek financial advice. The simple reality is that you don't know what you don't know. So, hey, if you're a family of ours and you haven't been in to see us for a while, we send out a birthday card that invites you to schedule your strategy visit in your birthday month. You can schedule a visit anytime, but if you haven't been in to see us for a while, or you haven't been in to see your financial advisor for a while, call them up and say, hey, I'd like to do a strategy visit to go over my accounts and look at what the upcoming year looks like. Maybe you're a younger family and you've never sat down with a financial advisor before. It's a great thing to do. Again, you just don't know what you don't know, and some of the best visits I've ever had is with younger families where I can help point them in a direction that's going to pay huge dividends for them 20 years from now because of compounding interest. Do more tax planning. There are ways that you can set yourself up to pay less tax in the future, and then you can also look for ways to optimize your portfolio throughout the coming year. We're expecting a couple rate decreases in 2024, so is your portfolio optimized to potentially take advantage of that? If you're a family of ours, that's something that we're already taking care of, but it doesn't hurt to still sit down with your financial advisor so they can say, hey, here's why we're doing what we're doing, just so that way you have an understanding of what's going on inside of your portfolio. And number 10 is to fund an HSA account. We've done videos on HSA accounts, but I love HSA accounts. You get a tax deduction for putting money in, and as long as you use it for a qualified medical expense, you get to take that money out tax-free as well. So you get the tax benefit on both sides. You have to be a part of a high deductible insurance plan, health insurance plan, to participate in that, but if you are, definitely would encourage you to look into funding an HSA for the upcoming year. So those are just a quick 10. Hopefully there were some in there that you're able to take advantage of and put yourself in a better position financially in 2024. My name is Spencer Ford. If you enjoyed this video, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.